Peace, 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 brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, whatever you want to be called. SHU AMUN RA is back in that building, back in my space, back into my home where I give my lectures, give my piece of my mind, give my opinions on what I've been through throughout the week. I haven't seen y'all. I haven't put out no information on class on Sunday. You know how we get down. And now don't get it twisted. Ain't nothing changed. Because I'm about to drop it down on you real quick. And let's get it going on now. Class starts now. Early in the morning. And what I want to make sure is that you got your pencils, your papers, because there's a lot of information here that I wrote down for class. Because class today, it's going to be deep. It's going to be real deep, simple fact, because I've been going on different events. I had posted up on my Facebook channel the different events I went on with. I went to see Dr. Phil Valentine. I also went to see Asir the Duke. I also went to see Panic, Brother Panic. And all three of these beautiful scholars was at the college up in Brooklyn. I was there between 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. I already posted that up on my Facebook. Gave you small little videos, just very small videos, because they really didn't want you to do no videos like that, but you could take a lot of pictures. And I met a lot of other great scholars and guys who's entrepreneur, like Red Pill, Blue Pill. I believe I showed some of those pictures. And I want to say this, class. There's another event that's coming, and I know it's July the 7th. I'm gonna show you the tickets, and I believe that you should go there, because you're gonna meet a lot of great scholars. You're gonna meet a lot of great people, and a lot of people's gonna be honored at the SciNet Awards, July the 7th at 4 p.m. I'm about to show you the ticket and also the brochure. Hold on. Okay, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. All right, I got the brochure here. And before we get into class, I need to give you this information, because a lot of you don't understand that this is very, very important that we get together. Okay, you hear a lot of these scholars. You hear about the minister, Louis Farrakhan. You hear about the Professor James Smalls. Professor James Smalls was sitting two rows behind me. I wanted to take his picture when I was at the last event. I was so pissed. I was pissed that I didn't get it, because Professor Smalls is one of the great scholars, and I really wanted to take a picture. But in due time, I'll have a few of those great scholars taking pictures, because it's an honor. It's an honor. The men of their mind, it's beyond your capacity to what you believe in. But, brothers and sisters, let me go forward. SciNet and TV Awards. Pay attention clearly. Okay? Now, we also have June the 24th, 2018, Suicide by Food, The Hidden Dangers of the Modified Foods, Queen Nith. If I say your name wrong, I'm sorry. Here's another one behind that. Okay, so then we have another one, another event that's going on, which is King Simon's 23rd celebration, the Council of Our Elders and the Ancient Spiritual Greatness of You, which will be, the scholars will be Professor James Smalls, Professor Runoko, Rashida, and Leonard Jeffries. I wanted to meet all three of these, but I'm going to meet all three of them when I go, because I'm going. See that? And let's get another thing understood. I'm gonna show you another one. Is the numbers of a simple, the power of numbers. Another brother's having his event, which is another brother, King Solomon's, which will be June the 17th or June the 18th. Here's the information. All right, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, I showed you the information that you needed. Now I'm going to show you my ticket that I'm already set to go. The Sinetta show. Don't get it twisted. I'm already ahead of the schedule. So, I'm gonna be there in the house. I'm going to be there in the house. You see that? I will be there in the house. That's my ticket to go to this event, the Sinetta TV Awards at the Sympathy Space. That's over there at 95th Street in Brooklyn, in Manhattan. Beautiful theater. Understand that? Brothers and sisters, listen here. It's time to stop walking around here being individuals. I mean, we got to unite. And we all united. Let me get this clear. We all united. It ain't going as fast as we want, but it's starting to pick up speed, because when I was at the event at the college in Brooklyn, which I ain't gonna mention no names, we was like at least 200-300 strong. Every room was packed. It was wall to wall. So they was basically saying that they're gonna have to get a bigger vendor, a bigger place, a vendor to hold the people, because it's growing. You understand? And this is what exactly we want. This is exactly what's going on. This is what we want. The frequency is being passed off. The energy it's traveling the way it's supposed to be. It's not about you following them. It's about it's a bigger picture than that. When you go to these events and you start to learn things you already know is inside you, but you can't bring it out, or you cannot break it down to its molecules for your understanding. So this is why I go to these events, because a lot of times I already have things in my head, but I can't break it down to the metamorphosis that I need to. So you go to events that these great scholars who's been studying for years. I'm talking about 25, 30, 35, 40 years. Some guys are young who's been studying for like 10, 15 years, but their mind is outstanding. Brother Patty, I believe he's under the tutelage of Brother Bobby Hemmett. If a lot of you know about Bobby Hemmett, he's been out there for years in Harlem. Brothers and sisters, we need to stop playing games. But school today, it's going to be deep. It's going to be deep. The title is Why Black People Use the Black Card on Each Other. Why do black people use the black card on each other? Now, before I get into class, you know I got to go through my first spiritual sermon to let you know, so people won't get things mixed up, because a lot of times when they see my garment and the attire that I wear, their minds start going places and they start making judgment calls. They understand certain people dress a certain way because this is what they feel. But let me break it down real quick. I'm not your minister. I'm not your preacher. I'm not your pastor. I'm not your reverend. I'm not your deacon. I'm not your archaeologist. I'm not your astronomer. I'm not no scholar. I'm not your scientist. I'm not your mathematician. And I'm not your social studies teacher. But what I am is, I'm your messenger. My opinions, my thoughts on my research that I've done. You see me, and I showed you, I go to these schools, I go to these events, because that's my research. I go to these events to educate myself and to be educated. I'm going to show you just a little clips of where I was at to get you a better understanding. And then we'll get into why the black people use the black card on each other. Hold on.
him, but he can never be me. But we can be together to show the consistency to the people that not all of us is caught up in divisiveness. Not all of us is going to bow down. There's no hope. That's it. Crackers got it all. They got the heart. They got the weather. They got the disease. They got the GMO. Right? What else they got? They got the prostitution. They got the pedophilia. They got it all. We shifted into what they were referring to as the fourth dimension. You can verify this through people. You can verify this through so-called NASA, but they're not calling it a phase through the next dimension. That is the brain, the cerebellum, right? In the middle of that, what's that? That's the eye of Heru, right? On the other side of that is the brain. So now ask yourself this. How did your ancestors know what the inside of the brain was enough for them to create? I was sitting in front of the altar, and I started to get mad. Not mad at the fact that nothing was manifested, mad at the fact that the energy that I was given to so much of the unseen world and not feeling like I was receiving the return. That's the ego. You see what I'm saying? But then I realized it at the same time, but wait. All of these things that I'm given is a manifestation of me. These Osar and Set and Anubis and Zarabanda, all of these things are really just manifestations of me. You understand what I'm saying? If we always existed, and we exist in the mind of what we perceive to be the ultimate creator, whatever, that means how you know we're not in that Big Bang creation thought right now? How you know you're not in it? You can't even measure how that thought works. So then I realized, well, if that's the case, and if these manifestations are all manifestations of me, and I'm giving them all that energy, you understand? Then what is happening, I'm not feeling a reciprocation. And then something said to me, well, maybe that's because you on that level already.
Also, brothers and sisters, I would like for you to also see some of the great ones that I have took pictures with and bought to some of their products. Entrepreneurs, like this, I'm gonna show you a picture of Red Pill real quick. There's Red Pill, and it's Red Pill and I at the college in Brooklyn where they had the special event. Okay? Then I'm gonna show you Sinetta, the one who's having the war. That's Sinetta right there, brothers and sisters. That's Sinetta. He's the one having the first award for the conscious community. His organization, which is the conscious community. That's Sinetta. Now, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, understand this here. This brother Panic right there. This brother Panic right there. He was one of the scholars. So understand something, brothers and sisters. Understand something. You need to get shit to your head. We gotta step out of this thing about ego. Ego. It's all about me. It's not about you. Literally, it's not about you. It's a bigger picture than that. It's much bigger. I mean, yes, we got to deal with a lot of people. And I'm talking about dealing with the black African American people. However you want to be called. We got to deal with them. We got to deal with them in a state of mind that they are lost. Now, some of them don't want to be lost. They want to come out the shell, and they need guidance. So our job is to guide them. Not mislead them, but to guide them. So, today's class is called Why why black people today's class is why black people use the black card on each other. Part 1. Okay? Now I got a lot of videos. I got videos about people talking about the black card. Sometimes it's gonna sound like it's not what I'm talking about. I'm also gonna use illustrations how people react that are own black people at jobs, churches, communities, how they hurt each other and think this is the normal. Think this is the normal, and it's not the normal. It's not the normal. But I want to get into one of the videos right away. Right away, I want to get to one of these videos. So, bear with me.
Don't touch nothing, don't look at nothing, don't ask for nothing, or you get an ass whooping.
She's gonna lose her black card today.
First of all, Carlton Banks over here. I'm just hoping to at least keep one card. I feel like cats have 9 lives. I feel like we should get more than one black card.
There are levels to blackness. You lose an Uno card, you're still playing Uno. Game's not over.
I'm going to.
Ron is like soy milk gluten-free black. Here are your black cards. Oh, it's been through some things.
Well, yes, it's a black card.
Now I'm scared to lose it.
Oh, this gives me anxiety. I'm not a good test taker, guys.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
He's gonna stop.
It's good, yeah.
Drop, shut him down.
Open up
shop. The thing is,
there are several answers.
I said, this is a multifaceted question. Now, if you're dealing with police, stop and get a camera.
I have no idea what any of that is. We phoned a friend.
Is this from the Bible?
No.
You know what? Brenda sounded like it might have.
No, Brenda had a baby.
I think it's C.
I might just roll with you on C because I know it ain't D.
Purple rain, purple rain. Wow.
Apollonia is a Kanye West line. I don't know what he's referencing or what it is, but I'm just gonna go with that because I don't know. God is good.
Did you get
I
it right?
did, D.
Look at you.
Because the thing is, I asked if it was a Bible verse, and God heard me, and so He said, "It's not." But here's
It's the Holy Spirit.
The God.
Bless.
Blessed be.
Look at you.
Oh, this is easy.
I kind of want to test it out. I want to be introduced to him. And if he like doesn't open up and tell me kind of like his fears and all of his traumas.
His like credit card number.
Yeah, like I want to see what future will do.
Young metronome.
Now, brothers and sisters, that was the black card that you see there. That's just one of them. I had to give you that just in case if some of you don't understand the methodology of the black card. Now, I was being nice and I like to start off like that. I like to start off using that methodology. Now, I'm going to pick up speed and it's going to get deeper. How this black card is used against each other. We use the black card against the other culture, but now you're going to see how the black card is used against each other. And the sad part about it, the black woman uses that card on the black man in the open forum. It's sad. Black women, I'm not trying to pick on you, but you're going to be the vocal point. You're going to be the vocal point, and we got to somehow fix this, that you shouldn't be the vocal point. I understand why it's like that to a degree, but why do you have to display this type of behavior in an open forum? I'm going to show you the black card, but it's not going to be said got to be able to see it. Pay attention. Now I'm going to take you back. I don't know if any one of you know James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones is the voice of Vader in Star Wars. He's been in many, many different movies, but I know, just in case I'm talking to anybody that's young that don't know who James Earl Jones is. But this is a conversation that James Earl Jones in 1968. Pay attention to the time and the date. 1968. I was 1 year old. One. But this is what James Earl Jones said. And the black card is going to be used against the black woman. Please pay attention. If you understand it, it ain't the way the black card is used now, how you play the game. No, the black card back in nowadays was different. But it's being used against each other. Let's get right into it.
Jim, do black men marry white women because of the nature of black women? I know in some of our earlier conversations you mentioned that the black women you've met have been uptight. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll answer the one question. What do I mean by uptight? Going toward a more militant attitude about their own identity. And in many ways are way ahead of the black man, because I don't know why, but in many ways are replacing the black man. There's a whole, there's an almost unfeminine aspect of the black militant woman.
Do you find that some black women you've known, out of your personal experience, blame the black man for what happened to them in slavery even today?
Of course. You know, if the black man, regardless of the causes, failed to protect her, left her in a position where she had to sell herself or bargain with her body and so on. Yes, you know, she had there's resentment about that, but it's very complex now. You see, I think in another generation you'll get a whole crop uptight about their position in society. There are many, because I'm generalizing now, many are overreacting against Aunt Jemima, the Aunt Jemima image, the submissive Mother Earth type, unselfish, all-giving, especially all-giving to the white man, sexually and in the kitchen and every other way. And she's also overreacting against the problem of having to be the breadwinner, the matriarch of the house. The myth of the black matriarch is really a myth, because she is not. It wasn't her choice. Many black women, I'm sure, once they found this job had a certain social and political dignity to it, relished it and wielded the rolling pen, you know, like any minority group mama would do. But no matter how much she might relish it, it wasn't her choice to begin with. She would always have preferred the black male to have run the house, to have saved her from white rapists, white slave owners, you know.
Why did you marry Jim? But first, do you know what Jim means by the uptightness of black women?
Oh, yes.
You've been in the theater.
Well, I've felt it. I've sensed it with almost every black woman that we know, whether they accept me or not. You know, whether there's always a tolerance, but there's always hostility behind it. I can understand it intellectually. Thank God I didn't have to go through the process that made it occur. I happen to think it's a good thing that they're showing hostility. I think it's the only thing they can show at the moment. And I think out of the hostility, I think that's a healthy sign.
Now, you heard James Earl Jones and you heard his wife. But James Earl Jones used the black card. According to when I grew up. See, he was being real particular with his words, and he was being real nice about it. He was trying to tell you in different formats why the black woman's her anger towards the black man. Now, he was put on the spot, simple fact, because his wife was right there, and she tried to help him clean it up. But guess what? That's using the black card against each other. Because all he had to say was this. When the reporter came to him and says, James, what do you think about the black women? All he had to really say, my opinion, my thoughts, that don't get the black woman misunderstood. Don't get her misunderstood. Because no matter what he said, he's putting his foot in his mouth because he's using a black card against the black woman. Now, even though his white wife said, oh, in the position they're in now, it's good that they show hostility. That's to clean up what he was saying. You understand? Because he was trying to be too political correct. Now, I had seen this video, and I wanted to use it in my piece. That here in 1968, and I'm 1 year old at the time. But to prove my point, even over 50 years, the black card against each other is being used. But it's a whole different molecule that's being changed between 50 years and now, which I'm going to show you in part 2 of why black people use the black card against each other. Oh yeah. You're not going to like it. But it's got to be told. And I'll say it and I'll say it again. When you want to hide from problems and issues that we have with each other and don't explain why these problems exist, the one thing we got to understand for sure, we are all adults. Now, unless your mind, psychologically, you are so corrupted, meaning you cannot think for yourself, you on some kind of medication, some religious group have got you cognitive dishonest, or you yourself just don't want to believe. And you believe this is the normal behavior. The normal behavior of black people using the black card towards each other and also trying to destroy each other in the face or in the public of things that we don't own, but trying to show face that you're greater than. And you own nothing, don't own nothing, but you're doing it in front of the whitewash system of things. Pointing the finger at your own peoples, but also using that black card to suit you, because that black card has been reversed. And a lot of you don't know it, but I'm going to show you. I'm SHU AMUN RA. This is part 1. We're going to put in that work today. See you in part 2.